Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here, and we're back in the garage today because the 6 Creedmoor, well, got just about 600 rounds on it now. And it's time to scope the bore, clean our rifle up, scope it again, see how our throat's looking, see how our bore's looking, and make sure we got it cleaned up. So, y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. So, I've got 2 full PRS matches in on this rifle now, and I've done practice. I've done 2 matches, and I just did some ammo testing because I'm almost out of Varget, so time to start using a different powder. And we tested 38.2 grains of H4350, and out of the Alpha Brass, it is still shooting great. But now it's time to take a look down the bore. We're going to take a look down the bore dirty, see if we got any carbon ring building up again, see how our bore looks overall, and then I'll go to work and scrub the bore using my IOSO bore triple action solvent and the bore paste, and we'll get it cleaned up and we'll take another look. So I'll bring y'all back in just a moment as soon as I have the borescope hooked up and ready to go. So stand by. Okay, so I got my borescope hooked up. My scope is a Teslong NTG-100 flexible. Now, at SHOT Show, I was able to meet with the folks from Teslong, and there may be a NTG-200 fixed rod scope in my future soon. Okay. We're in the chamber. That looks like the shoulder. Let's see if I can change that lighting a little bit. Nope, that's as bright as it's going to get. So it looks like we have a little bit of carbon buildup there. Doesn't look real bad, but it's got some. And that's right there at the case mouth. We're checking out the lead here in the throat. At least dirty. Everything's looking pretty good. We'll see how it looks when I get it cleaned up. And we run down the bore. We got a little bit of copper. Plenty of carbon. All in all, even dirty, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if y'all remember when we'd sometimes take a look down the bore of the 6.5 PRC, we'd have clumps of unburnt powder down the bore sometimes. I'm not seeing any of that here with the 6 Creed. Got to be getting close to the muzzle. There it is. And what I noticed right off the bat is we're not getting a heavy copper buildup right at the muzzle. So that makes me happy. My 6.5 PRC, we'd see a lot of copper buildup in the last like 6 inches of the bore. Okay, well, I'm going to power down the camera. I'm going to go to work on scrubbing the bore. I'll bring you back when I get done, and we'll take a look down the bore after the first cleaning session here today and see if it needs any more. So, go grab a drink. We'll see you in a few. Okay, so I just got done on the first round of scrubbing the bore with the IOSO triple action and the IOSO paste. So let's see how we're looking now. Chamber, shoulder. Throat's not looking bad. Just starting to get a little bit of flame cutting here at 600 rounds. Have a little bit of a carbon ring. We'll work on that. Still have a little bit of copper here in the first few inches, it looks like. But then we get really bright. Wow, almost blindingly bright. See if I can dial that down a little bit. Looking really good. I think we're just about to the muzzle. Yep. And around the muzzle a little bit. Okay. So, it looks like we've got just a little bit of flame cutting starting at the throat. Just a little bit. That leading edge just looks like it's starting to round over. First few inches look like it's still pretty dark here. Rest of the bore is looking clean and shiny. I'm going to work on the bore a little bit more, try to work on that carbon ring a little bit, and then I'll bring you back when we get ready to close out. So, all in all, right now, I'm real happy with the way the bore looks. So, very nice. Unfortunately, it seems like there might be something happening at arrow, and it doesn't sound real good, which doesn't bode well for getting a replacement 6 Creed barrel, because none of them were in stock anywhere, and apparently they may not be anymore. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. There's other barrel manufacturers that can make a barrel for this, no problem when we get to that point. As long as I keep the velocities down around 2850, I think the bore is going to last a little bit longer than your average 6 Creed. Okay, I'll bring y'all back in a little bit. Okay, well, I have hit the bore one more time, paying a little extra attention to the carbon ring. Let's see how we're looking now. Still got a little bit of carbon there, but that throat is looking really, really good. Can just see a little bit, like I said, just a little bit of erosion starting. Definitely cleaner. Still a little bit dark in the first, like between, to about where the scope is, it seems to be a little bit dark. But the rest of the bore is sure looking good. Yeah, I still need to get in there and clean that. Okay. So that's how the bores look now. Definitely looking good. Gun's still got a lot of dust on it. The sight end portion at the last match, I don't know what the guy sighting in next to me was shooting, but every time he cranked off a round, the gun and myself took a dust bath. Now I know there's a limit, so he might have been shooting a 308 with a big break on it. But yeah, he was giving me and the rifle a dust bath. I imagine after the next match I should probably pop the action out of the chassis and make sure that the trigger is clean and not getting impacted by any dust. Where we're at here in SoCal, if it hasn't been raining, the range is very dusty. Okay. I wonder. Okay, that's going to let me do that. I'm not ready to break the brake off yet, but I wanted to clean that first port since it had junk in it. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of oil on the bolt, and we're going to call this gun clean and ready to go for the next match. All I have to do now is I need to make 100 rounds of ammo using the H4350 and pushing those. Oh, you booger. You did that to me, didn't you? So, I need to cock the bolt. Well, let me take the bolt apart and see how we're looking inside real quick. I think that is still cocked. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I guess when I pulled the bolt out and set it on the table, I set it down a little bit too hard and it decocked. So I had to recock the bolt. Let me put oil back on since I had to wipe it off. Just a little bit. And F-Class John recently did a video about taking the tension off your firing pin. I've talked to y'all about that before myself. Push your bolt closed, pull the trigger, and set your bolt handle down. It decocks it on close. Okay, hey, gun's clean, ready to go for the next match. So as I said, gun is all cleaned up, ready to go for the next match. I'll have to load some ammo, shoot a few followers, and then I'll take it to the next match. If there's a match in time, otherwise I'll end up doing some practice. I want to do some more 200-yard practice, and I want to use the rear tripod support. See if I can tighten up my 200-yard group as I'm moving. But 600 rounds on the 6 Creedmoor. Bore is looking great. Rifle shooting great. If you saw the last video I did on the rifle shooting it, shot a 0.4-inch group with the Varget load, shot a 0.3-inch group with the H4350 load, and the Hornady brass didn't shoot near as good as the Alpha brass. But, oh well. I'll stick with Alpha brass for right now. As always, Halfmilesniper appreciates you hanging with me and reminding you, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. Be sure to check out my affiliate links in the pinned description below. Every little bit, y'all looking at the links kind of helps. If y'all buy anything, helps the channel. I do appreciate it. And as always, y'all stay safe. Keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it.
Hit.